The song is called Muscle Memory. And I wrote it after visiting some friends in Victoria and having some tunes. I play a lot of Irish music, and getting together with friends and playing Irish music is the kind of conversation, it's an old conversation for me and an ongoing one. It's a way of connecting with people and with old friends. And a good friend of mine and of a lot of my musical colleagues and of Ruthie's, named Michael Grinter, who was a fantastic flute player, one of the best Irish flute makers in the world. He passed away suddenly in December. And it was an absolute shock. And it brought a lot of us together to play music again in the little town of Castlemaine, or Chewton really, which is outside Castlemaine in Victoria. And years ago there was a festival at Chewton, and we used to get together and play tunes in the pub there. And I'm amazed when I get together with people after a while of not playing tunes, how my fingers remember what to do before maybe my brain or my heart does. And that's muscle memory. So that's what the song's about. But if you want to take it another way, that's fine as well. It's art is open for interpretation. Maybe it. Sit in with you, yeah. Okay, this is muscle memory. You're leaning in the doorway, you're wearing that half smile. You lost your lover yesterday, but you never lost that style. Now there's singing in the tap lines, and there's humming in the walls. We'll be standing side by side when last drinks are cold. Fingers fall together and music fills the bar. I've been away for years, but here you are. I've been living half a world away, but I've never been alone. Let that muscle memory lead me back home. There's tents down on the oval, and it's 48 degrees, but we're spilling out onto the streets under grapevines and trees. Now my apron smells like coffee, and the tourists have all gone home. I'll get my fiddle out and I'll play this tune alone. Fingers fall together and music fills the bar. I've been away for years, but here you are. I've been living half a world away, but I've never been alone. Let that muscle memory lead me back home. Under the railway lines, where the sound goes underground, years are ringing by. Hope they've been kind as the lines around your eyes. Now you're leaning in the doorway. You've been there for a while. I walked in with a heavy heart, but I can't shake this smile. Now there's singing in the tap lines and there's humming in the walls. We'll be standing side by side when last drinks are cold. Fingers fall together and music fills the bar. I've been away for years, but here you are. I've been living half a world away, but I've never been alone. Let that muscle memory lead me back home. Let that muscle memory lead me back home. Thank you.
Going to sing a traditional old-timey American one, bit more up pace, just to make sure you're awake.
By the way, who saw Hatfits and Cara last night on this stage? Oh my goodness. How good were they? They're amazing. I've got a total fan crush on both of them. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're playing a couple after us, actually. Hang around and check them out.
Yep.
You all right? We do a lot of tuning, and that's not because we're into torturing our audiences, by the way. We both play in about 3 different banjo tunings and 3 different guitar tunings, and we try and, get it together, but after 20 years, we're just, we're accepting, we're going with the flow.
Yeah.
And besides, there's a great joke, how long does it take to tune a banjo? Nobody knows. Close enough for folk. Someone laughed.
Yeah, it'll do. It's all good. We'll just whip through it, play it fast and everything will fall into tune.
Gonna build me known you from old, and you robbed my poor pockets of the silver and the gold. And I've played cards in England, I play cards in Spain, and I bet you $10 gonna beat you this game. And the cuckoo, she's pretty bird. She walks as she flies, and she never was cuckoo till the 4th day of July. Thank you.
Ruth Hazelton on the banjo. What a legend.
Thanks, B. I love you too. We're having this moment. We so rarely get to play together these days that we're sorry, don't mind us. We're enjoying ourselves. Thank you.
Pretty good.
I'm going to sing a song written by a Canadian singer-songwriter named Kat Goldman, and I've been working on a solo album. I figured after 25 years in the biz, it was about time I decided to get all my inner needs for drum kits and things out of the way. So I've been writing some songs for that album, and the woman who wrote this song has been mentoring me. Her name's Kat Goldman, and an incredible singer and songwriter. It's a song about loss. It's called Annabelle. Oh, Annabelle, Annabelle, where did you go? I've looked high and I've looked low. I've looked low and I've looked high. Tell me, where does the spirit go when you die? I have packed your satin gloves and lace, all the pictures of your pretty face, and I've kept the ones of you on skates, and a picture from your wedding day. Oh, Annabelle, Annabelle, way up high, are you kissing storybirds in the sky? Will you come and visit us down below? Oh, Annabelle, Annabelle, where did you go? Annabelle, where did you go? You will miss the humming of the spring, and the winter don't mean anything, and the summer is a lonesome tale. I am lost without you, Annabelle. with your sweet perfume. I'm always thinking thoughts of you. Oh, Annabelle, where did you go? I've looked high and I've looked low. I've looked low and I've looked high. Tell me, where does the spirit go when you die? Where does the spirit go when you die? Oh, Annabelle, where did you go? Is that me? Yes. Sorry. Back to traditional music and a take on a traditional song that I think was originally collected in Scotland. And a music hall song that was a big joke about beating your wife. Linda Thompson took a version of this song and kind of turned it around a bit, and it sort of shows you how you can interpret traditional music. And Linda Thompson wrote a last verse for it. And we recorded this for our album in 2015, and our album's called The Declaration. And by the way, this is the sales pitch. We'll be signing it over there after the show at about 4 o'clock if you want to come over and say hello. But in 2015, Rosie Batty was doing a lot of public speaking about domestic and family violence. And that kind of fueled or was the impetus for this song. It's called Bleezin' Blind Drunk. It offers no solutions, it's just a story. Dear friends, I have a sad story, a very sad story to tell. I married for love, not for money, but he's worse than the devil himself. When Mickey gets drunk, I get battered. He batters me all black and blue. If I say a word, I get scattered from the kitchen into the bedroom. I'll go, I'll get blue bleezing blind drunk, just to give Mickey a warning, just for to spy time I'd stay out all night.
Just for to spy time, I'd stay out all night and come rolling home drunk in the morning.
Thank you.
Thanks. This next song is also on the album. This is the one that I was talking about earlier that needs a little briefing. I'll make it short, but it's worthwhile. So this is a Scottish ballad called Whaley Whaley that we learned from the singing of June Tabor, wonderful English singer. And
What's that, 10 minutes?
yeah, this one it's based on a true story, which is kind of fantastic and awful at the same time because it's a great story. But it's the story of a lady who married a Scottish laird, and they were very happily married. But then out of the blue, and there are a few theories about why this happened, but two men turned up and decided to destroy the marriage, and they placed a pair of boots under the marital bed and spread a rumour that she had been sleeping around. And her husband cast her out unceremoniously. But she doesn't go quietly, which is what we like.
It's kind of like, Survivor from 300 years ago. Think about it like that. And it actually contains one of my favourite traditional folk song lines ever, which is very useful when you come across road rage or you're feeling road rage. You say, "An ill death may you die."
I've seen Ruthie do this. It's quite terrifying. Yeah, it's not quite Game of Thrones, this one, because there's not much bloodshed, but there's a lot of Bold and the Beautiful style drama that goes on. Oh, that's the thing. There are two Jamies, one's good and one's bad. So, good luck.
Good luck with that.
Oh, whaley, whaley up the bank, and whaley, whaley down the braes, and whaley, whaley up inside, where I and my love used to go. I was a lady of high renown that lived in the North Country. I was a lady of high renown when Jamie Douglas courted me. And when we came to Glasgow town, it was a comely sight to see. My love was clad in the velvet green, and I myself in cramoisine. And when my eldest son was born and set upon his nurse's knee, I was the happiest woman born, and Jamie Douglas loved me. Came a man into our house, and Jamie Lockhart was his name, and it was told unto my love that I did lie in bed with him. There came another to our house, and he was no good friend to me. They put Jamie's shoes beneath my bed and bade my love to come and
falsehood for the scene. You turned him round, oh, with a scowl, and not one word would he speak to me. Come up now, Jamie Douglas. Come up the stair and dine with me. I'll set you on a chair of gold and court you kindly on my knee. When cockle shells turn silver bells and fishes fly from tree to tree, when flocks of snow turn fire to burn, so come up and dine with me. How woe be to you, Blackwood, and an ill death may you die. You were the first and foremost man that parted my love and I. When my father he had word Lord Douglas had forsaken me, he sent my brother dear to me to fetch me home to my young country. Tis not the frost that freezes fell, nor blowing snows in clemency. Tis not such cold that makes me cry, but my love's heart's grown cold to me. You think that I am like yourself, and lie with each one that I see, but I do swear by heavens high, I never loved a man but thee.
All right, we've only got one more to do. That's me making those feedbacky weird noises, sorry.
Thank you so much for coming this afternoon and supporting this festival this weekend. Another big thank you to the Planting for having us up here. It's, like I said, it's a real honour to be here. And it's a real honour to be amongst all of you people who are doing such great things in this community. It's an inspiration for the rest of the country and the rest of the world. So, thank you. We will be signing CDs over there at 4 o'clock at the pod. Please watch Hatfits and Cara and all the other acts that are on this weekend. They're just wonderful. The last song we're going to do for you is one that is partly in the Cornish language. We learnt it from a band called Dalla, and it's a song about Cornish emigration, and it's called Den Yunk Agurno.
Ma belle,
Thank you. Thanks to Josiah and Harry and the sound team, all
Thank
the
you.
volunteers. See you soon.
See you tomorrow.